rising from the floor of a heavy defeat is often the moment when you finally realize that your strength was never based on the things people could take away from you. You might feel as though the world has walked away while you were down, leaving you to deal with the cold silence of a life that feels completely shattered and beyond repair. This period of being hidden and low is actually a sacred workshop where a much tougher version of your soul is being put together with a level of care you have never known before. You are being cleared of every old habit and every false friend, so that the foundation of your new life can be made of solid rock that no storm can ever wash away. Everything that was meant to destroy your spirit is currently being used as the raw material for a masterpiece of restoration that will leave the world in a state of total shock. You do not need to worry about the ones who turned their backs on you when the sky grew dark, because their departure was a necessary part of the cleaning process for your future. While they are busy telling stories of your fall, you are busy gaining a level of wisdom and grit that only comes to those who have looked into the eyes of a total loss and refused to blink. Your labor in the dark is creating a presence that will eventually command a deep respect from the very individuals who thought you were finished for good. A sense of deep and quiet peace will settle over your mind as you begin to see that the hands of a higher power are moving the pieces of your life into a better order. You have spent far too much time trying to fix things with your own limited force, only to find that some walls are too high to climb without a level of help that is far beyond your own. By letting go of the need to control the outcome, you are opening the door for a miracle of growth that will replace your old shame with a new and lasting sense of pride and high purpose. This shift is not a dream, but a physical fact that is taking shape in the way you wake up and face the day with a steady heart. Watching your own life become a source of beauty and power after a long season of pain is the ultimate proof that you were never truly alone in the fire of the struggle. You are becoming a person of weight who can handle the massive responsibility of a legendary life because you have already survived the worst that the world could throw at your chest. This transformation is being done in a way that is visible to everyone, ensuring that the light of your new success shines directly on the places where you were once mocked or left behind to fade away. You are the living evidence of a promise that says the end of a thing is always better than its beginning when you stay the focus. Developing a spirit that is as tough as iron requires you to be honest about the fact that you needed to be broken down to be built back up in a much better way. You cannot pour new wine into old bottles, and you cannot build a skyscraper on a foundation that was meant for a small and simple tent in the woods. Every crack in your heart is a place where a new kind of light can finally enter to show you the truth of your own value and your own unique mission in this world. You are being refined until the ego is gone and only the pure gold of your character remains for the world to see and to follow toward the win. Silence is your best friend during this period of intense reconstruction because it keeps your energy focused on the internal work rather than on the empty talk of the crowd. You do not need to explain your progress to the people who are still living in the past and looking for a reason to keep you small and easy to manage. When the work is finally finished, you will step out into the sun with a level of authority that does not require a single word to be understood by those who once doubted your name. This quiet power is a gift that is earned through many nights of stay in the chair and many mornings of choosing to believe in the invisible. true wealth is found in the moment you realize that the ones who broke you actually did you a favor by forcing you to find a level of strength you never knew you had. You would have stayed in a life that was too small for your heart if they had not pushed you out into the wilderness where you were forced to grow or to fade away. This perspective allows you to look at your enemies with a sense of pity rather than a sense of anger, because you see that they were just tools used to move you toward your peak. You are no longer a victim of their choices, but a master of your own destiny, who is grateful for the grit that the friction provided. Every day you stay on the path is a strike against the darkness and a vote for the person you are becoming under the watchful eye of a power that loves you deeply. You are being raised up to a level of influence and peace that will allow you to help others who are currently sitting in the same dark hole where you once felt so lost and so alone. This mission is the reason you had to endure the pain, so that your words would have the weight of experience and your hands would have the skill of a true healer and a leader. You are building a legacy that will stand for 100 years as a beacon of hope for your family and your name. A feeling of total and absolute certainty will replace the doubt that used to keep you awake at night, wondering if you would ever find your way back to the light of the sun. You will realize that the rebuild is not just about getting back what you lost, but about gaining something that is 1,000 times better and more meaningful for your soul. This new reality is a gift that cannot be stolen or destroyed because it was built in the fire and tested by the wind and the rain of a very hard season. You are moving with a speed and a focus that will amaze everyone who thought you were just a memory of a person who used to be great. Final victory is the moment you stand in front of the people who once hurt you and realize that you no longer feel the need to prove anything to them at all. You are a person of substance and weight who is filled with a peace that comes from knowing you have already been saved and restored by a hand that is far greater than any human force. This message found you today because you are ready to reach your full capacity and understand that the time for being low is over for good in your life. By choosing to walk with the head held high, you are proving that you have finally taken back your mind for the win.